Greetings and welcome to module 2 unit 10 related to development phase of the course design. As we have for the course design, we are following the ADDIE model. ADDIE model has analysis phase, design phase, development phase, followed by implement phase and evaluate phase. While these activities that we have been looking at under the ADDIE model, they are only facilitating us to define our own process. What should be the model actually tells you what should be the elements of that process, the process design as well as the content. The way you want to handle the content is completely that is by the instructor. In the last module, we understood the process of designing and managing item banks for quizzes, assignments, tests and semester end examination for an engineering course. As we have been repeatedly saying, assessment is really the key. If I have a very poor assessment, automatically it communicates that I am expecting only poor learning from the students. If your assessment is not designed right, the students are unlikely to learn anything well or properly as required by potential employers. And assessment is not something very easy to design and manage. So, in the last unit we looked at the role of item banks, how they can, though initially lot of work needs to be done by groups of faculty, but once it is done and by managing the item bank properly, it is possible to reduce the load on the faculty while maintaining good quality of assessment. So, the present unit we move on to the next phase, namely the development phase. So, here we try to understand the sub process of development phase for an engineering course. If it is a non-engineering course, some of these processes will be different. The sub process we are going to present are our suggestions. If one feels that they need to slightly either reword them or modify them, you are most welcome to make it suitable to your thing, but you must recognize the requirements of development phase, that is all. So, what do we do? Essentially the development phase is concerned with developing instructional material and learning material as of the course. Now, what is instructional material? It is what the instructor uses for facilitating the students to achieve the stated course outcomes, or now we are also using the word competencies. That means course outcomes are elaborated into a larger number of competencies. Now, on what basis do you develop? Instructional material is developed as per the requirements of analysis phase and design phase. Analysis phase will identify the competencies and course outcomes and also creates a kind of a model, a sample representative assessment items, and we locate the course outcomes and competencies in a taxonomy table, whereas design phase completely focuses on or majorly focuses on assessment. And now, how do we organize this instructional material? It is as per the instructional units associated with competencies. Let us consider there are about 8 course outcomes that we do, and some of the course outcomes may take 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever may be. In such cases, what do? We elaborate the bigger course outcomes into a number of competencies. When you count the course from the competency perspective, you may have anywhere up to 10, 12, 15, generally not more than 15. So what happens here, you have, if there are 15 competencies, that is about the maximum in my opinion, there will be 15 instructional unit. That means there is one instructional unit with respect to one competency. So one competency is will never take more than 5 classroom sessions. So that is what we have. That means we look at about one competency that is likely to take maximum number of 5 classroom sessions, and I develop my instructional material for that. That is how I do. How do I start a classroom activity? What do I do in the class? Where do I ask questions? And what kind of assignment do you give right in the classroom, and so on. You have a bunch of activities. To conduct all those activities, we write the instruction material. Whereas learning material is what the learners use by themselves. This material is normally selected from the books and internet sources. Generally, right in the beginning, when we give the syllabus to the students, we identify textbooks, reference books, and these days we also refer to the internet sources. Generally, a good internet source means we also annotate the internet source. That means what is that internet source we have identified is good for, or what elements it is focusing on. By annotating that, you make it more convenient for the student. And sometimes a teacher may want to do something more than what is available in a textbook or internet source. In such case, the teacher prepares some material and supplements the learning material available from the other sources. So learning material, either it is chosen from a source or supplemented by material prepared by the instructor. So broadly, there is a learning material. Now we mainly look at the instruction material. Development phase, we propose these are the activities, that is choosing the delivery technologies, we will presently see that, choosing the instruction type, development of instructional material, identification, selection or preparation of learning material, and having all these outputs of development phase peer evaluated. So these are the processes or sub processes of development phase. Let us look at the first one, namely delivery technologies. Now there are many more combinations possible. So some of the delivery technologies for us to consider are the classroom with blackboard or a whiteboard or a smart board these days. That is one, classroom with LCD projector. You may have a blackboard or a whiteboard and also have an LCD projector. So that will be a combination. We consider as we go down, the earlier technologies are also available. That means if I am having a classroom with LCD projector, normally you have access to a blackboard or a whiteboard, okay. Or we can have electronic classroom with LCD projector, students with laptops and smartphones, that will be an electronic classroom. Or electronic classrooms with learning management system also accessible. You can have still more combinations where anything that you do, you can record video as a video, and the students can have access subsequently for that. That also you can have. But let us say these are the technologies that can be considered for ready implementation in many places. In terms of choosing, the choice and access to a delivery technology will have a great influence on the instruction as well as the instruction material that you prepare. And fairly more than 80% of the faculty today are still using Blackboard. And what do? You write on the Blackboard while speaking, and whatever you are going to write on the Blackboard, the teacher would have prepared that material for his own use, with maybe some additional comments written at different places. So sometimes the teacher will kind of innovate on the fly. That means based on your discussion with the student, you may want to slightly deviate from the material that you have already prepared, and then you kind of explore, take off from that point and explore. There are some teachers who will not take any notes and seem to be, they are so familiar with the subject matter, depending on the situation they will keep moving, they will take each time a different path. But that is, I would consider that is only extremely small percentage of faculty who feel comfortable with that. So one is the particular choice that you make of delivery technology will greatly influence the instruction. And now ICT tools that are now available, they open up many possibilities, so many possibilities. It is for you to, if it is for the teacher to explore and try to borrow from what is available on the net and see what kind of tools can be used with respect to his course. And it enables the teacher to make the curated learning material available to the students. That means the teacher can explore on the net. Sometimes you have e-books which are available at some price, and they can take segments of the book also these days and integrate the material in the teacher's own way and make it available to the students. So the stamp of the teacher comes through that curation of the learning material. And with respect to these technologies, one has to, if you while they have several advantages, but the instruction has to be adjusted to the technology. That means the teacher will have to change his ways of his interactions with the students in the classroom depending on the technology that you are using. Otherwise you will not get the kind of advantages that are provided by these technologies. That is what one has to remember with respect to delivery technologies. Now let us look at each technology. Blackboard or whiteboard, you can also, if you want, one can include smartboard. The technology is the oldest and most prevalent. The Blackboard technology, you can say, goes more than 150, 160 years or many more years right into the 19th century and 18th century. So here what happens, the major advantage of this is the pace and the sequence followed by the teacher generally syncs with the delivery of new information. While you are writing on the board, the student has enough time to follow, understand and internalize. And also what happens, the common practice is whenever teacher writes on the board, the student also writes in his class notes. Though that material may be very similar to the textbook material, but still you are listening at a particular pace and writing in your own hands what the teacher has written on the board. So there is certain synchronization that is possible, and that is the greatest advantage. But then it has several other limitations as well. For example, to draw a complex figure, maybe some faculty members who have good drawing skills they may be able to do, but by and large complex figures, either it will take too much of time in the classroom or they may not be they may not be drawn satisfactorily. In that process several errors may creep in, and those errors will stay with the student. That means there is a possibility miscommunication takes place when you are dealing with complex diagrams and some kind of cross sectional figures and so on. But the blackboard or whiteboard suits the courses that are dominantly mathematical. That means when you have to write several complex equations on the board, there is no other method that is as comfortable as this. But when it comes to descriptive courses, the blackboard method is not particularly great. The only thing that you can do in descriptive courses, you can write some key phrases on the board, but then the student has to start filling in the details, and the problem is while you are writing your own observations, you may go out of sync with what is being presented by the teacher. So the blackboard is certainly convenient for mathematics courses. It has the advantage, we have been using it for very long time, so nobody will have objection to that, but there are several limitations to this, especially with regard to engineering courses, where complex timing diagrams, complex block diagrams have to be drawn. Now coming to the smart board, other variation, it enables the teacher to capture the material present on the board as an image. Whatever you write on the board, it can be captured as an image and made available to the students. These days you can capture that and pass it on to the students through emails or through WhatsApp these days. And also what happens when the material is projected as slides onto a whiteboard, it allows the teacher to interact with that material by either highlighting or adding an extra comment on that, adding a small diagram, underlining something. You can do all that while speaking, and whatever you do that, these comments can be the entire slides, and the overwritten comments can be captured as an image and made available to the student. So the student has access to the way it has been conducted in the classroom. When the smart boards came, there was a lot of hype around that. Many people bought that. While it is adopted in some places, its use has not really become that popular. Coming to the classroom with LCD projector, we assume there is also a board, a blackboard or a whiteboard. The teacher can make use of it. First of all, it permits the teacher to organize information to be presented in a better manner and allows her to show complex pictures readily. That is one major advantage of LCD projector. Earlier we had overhead projector. Preparing overhead slides was a very complex process, expensive process, and then if you want to make any change, again you have to throw the old slide out and prepare another slide, but that era is gone. Now LCD projector, if you want to make any change electronically, you can make the change in the slides that you make. That is the first thing. That is, you can present information, complex information presented in varieties of ways. That is one major advantage. And on top of that, any kind of still pictures, animations, simulations can all be included in the presentation. Anyway, normally when you are projecting on the slide, you are projecting the material from using your laptop or a PC. To that extent, as you have access to the laptop, simulations can be done in a dynamic manner. That means I can change the parameters and simulate and show what happens at what comes out of the system. The slides presented can also be converted into a doc or a PDF format and shared with the students. Either you can share with the students directly as slides or convert them into a PDF format and share. And this is where the limitations come. The pace at which information is delivered can make the students mentally drop out. for some reason you are doing a little faster than the student can capture. Then what happens is the student is not able to keep pace with what is being presented, and he will mentally drop out. But that you can say that also can happen with the blackboard. But when the information is already curated and projected, there is a tendency on the part unknowingly the teacher may go through this material much faster than normally he or she does otherwise. That is one issue, but this can be readily overcome through a little bit of practice to deliver at a pace that you think the students follow you. There is another issue. Many people have tendency to crowd the slides, write lot of materials into that, and the instructors only read the material, just not even face the students, look at the screen on which it is projected and just keep reading. Obviously that is the best way to demotivate the students. So while the technology has several advantages, with some difficulty one can adopt to even presenting mathematical subjects as well. It is possible to create some kind of animations into the slides so that the material is presented in a very interesting sequence and slow enough for the student to keep track. But overwritten slides can certainly demotivate the students, and it happens. It does happen whenever you go to a seminar or a presentation where the slides are over crowded. It is very difficult to keep track of that. Then one notch above is the electronic classroom. Electronic classroom can significantly enhance the engagement of the students with the material. What is an electronic classroom? You will have an LCD projector. You have a connection to the internet through either Wi-Fi. The teacher uses a laptop of his own, and the students also have access to either laptops or even smartphones. So either way are what we call tablets these days. Now when you have such a situation, what can happen is, one major thing that cannot happen in the blackboard approach is teacher can ask a question and make all students respond to a question, and you can summarize, you can organize the responses of the students, and if there is any odd responses, some people are obviously not understanding the issue, the teacher can pinpoint and discuss the response, why it is so. So that is one major thing that can be, you can actually ask questions and make all students respond, which cannot happen in a normal classroom because only 2 or 3 will respond. And also you can make students simulate a problem and explore the behavior of the system with different parameters. This is one major issue with respect to many engineering courses in all branches, where you want to simulate the behavior of a slightly complex system and keep looking at what happens when a parameter is changed and how the output changes, and actually that is one of the best ways to learn the behavior of any dynamic system. But all this will require considerable planning and work on the part of the teachers, as well as to make sure there are no technology glitches that happen while you are conducting the class. If something does not respond, if there is no internet connection, suddenly it breaks down, or you have some problem with your laptop connection to the projector, any of those technology glitches can completely destroy the effectiveness of the electronic classroom. So one of the major issues is the teacher has to make sure that if it is using an electronic classroom, that everything is everything is in working condition before you start the class. Now to the electronic classroom you add another one, a learning management system. Still, if you want more higher academic management system can be added. Take for example LMS, you have the well known Moodle, which is an open source. So many people have started using the Moodle and use it for various purposes. Essentially Moodle allows you allows the teacher to create many activities that engage students without losing too much of time, but it requires obviously a lot of planning. You cannot dynamically start doing that, you lose a lot of time. And the easiest one, for example, you can conduct a quiz. The quiz itself can be organized and conducted using an LMS, and the responses can be collected quickly. After conducting a quiz, you can give feedback immediately with that. That is a wonderful mechanism of making everybody engage with the knowledge. You can make all the students respond, and LMS will also readily provides you facilities where if somebody is not responding, you can find out who is not responding. Using an LMS will greatly facilitate the teacher to conduct a quiz and give feedback. And the very process of conducting a quiz will make all the students kind of participate and get engaged with the knowledge. And LMS will also enable the teachers to keep track of students' performance without excessive effort, because all that information is all the time available. Anytime you want to reach what the student has done with respect to a particular assignment and what is the difficulty he has, everything can be quickly. Once you get used to how to make use of it, you can keep track of students' performance. And most importantly these days, LMS enables the teacher to create documentation as needed by NBA or NAC, because after the new NBA and NAC process have come in, what the teachers consider as a clerical activity of putting the material in all kinds of forms and calculating all kinds of things is taking away a lot of their time, and all that time can be saved if you use an LMS or for that matter NAMS, what we call academic management system. So we looked at the various delivery technologies, and you have to make the choice of the delivery technology, and then only you can actually prepare your instruction material. Okay. Otherwise you just by writing simply notes what is written on the blackboard, the same material cannot be used when you are using other technologies. Now we come to instruction types. The development of material, instruction material will also depend on the choice of instruction type. What is the instruction type? Let us give the 4 popular examples of that. Face to face instruction in the classroom, that is what more than 90 or all people are familiar with that. That means you go into physically a classroom which has certain facilities, and the students and teachers are face to face. And then the other one is blended learning, the third one is flipped classroom, and then you have also online courses, and a next version of that same online course is a MOOC, the kind of course that we are right now getting involved in. Now let us look at face to face instruction. This is the most popular type. It can use any of the delivery technologies we talked about, and teacher student interaction plays a very important role in all learning activities in the classroom. It can play both positive and negative role. It depends on the teacher's ability to interact with the students, and this interaction plays a very important role. And because in a classroom students are gathering and they are interacting with each other before getting into the classroom and after the classroom, the learning communities can get created naturally and more easily. Groups will form and start discussing what has happened in the class, what was their experiences. They will ask each other questions, and generally groups of 4, 5, 6 seem to be readily forming in that, which is a very healthy thing. And one thing that you have to, even now, both teachers and students associate instruction only with this type. If it is not face to face, both the students and teachers may feel somehow suddenly out of place, something is not right. So any deviation from this is not easily acceptable. So what happens is, if you want to use any other type of instruction, there is a certain barrier that you have to cross, and you can cross that barrier only if you are able to really show distinct advantages over the face to face instruction, and that is where it requires a lot of preparatory work. Now blended learning, it combines the traditional place based classroom, that means face to face, where students go to a classroom and a teacher comes there. You combine that with a lot of online materials and opportunities for interaction online. You create that mechanism. If you, to that extent, because you are using brick and mortar schools, that is where you are going to classroom, the students and teachers still feel a bit comfortable because they are facing, this is something that they are used to. But the blended learning, you reduce the number of hours that you spend interacting inside the classroom. The face to face sessions are somewhat reduced. Let us say you have 4 lecture hours per week. In that, initially I may reduce the number of lecture hours to 2. The remaining period, equivalent of 2, the students have to do their homework online. But of course this requires the students also to take initiative, and they have to read the material and come to the class. And sometimes the teacher may also explain some different concepts in the classroom, but a lot of work will have to be done online. And it has been found that the performance of the students greatly improved compared to full time online or full time face to face learning experiences. That means fully online has some limitations, as we will see, and fully face to face learning experiences have their own limitations. A well planned blended learning instruction it has been established through a lot of field research that the students learn better through that. Now you have another third one is flipped classroom. This is a modified version of blended learning. That means you essentially flip what you normally do in the classroom of explaining something in the classroom and ask the students to do some assignments outside the classroom. Now you shift that, you interchange. The content these days can easily be delivered online, and all students have access to their devices to get connected to online, and they are expected to study the material outside the classroom. They can look at videos, they can read the material, or they can look at the slides prepared by the teacher. All that can happen, and what we normally considered as homework are moved into the classroom. That means classroom is exclusively used for discussions and possibly solving some problems. So that is flipped classroom, and once again its effectiveness will depend on first teacher doing a lot of planning and also the students willing to participate. It has been found some students, because they are used right from childhood in a face to face kind of thing, any deviation from that, it is not readily acceptable. So students may complain in spite of all the advantages of this. And then you have fourth variety, online courses. All teaching and learning activities and assessment are done online without any face to face interaction between teachers and students. There is no direct interaction. Interaction is through video sessions like what we are doing right now. Students can learn at their own pace. That means they can look at a particular video presentation as many times as they want, or at their own place or at their own pace. In many universities, when they offer online courses, the courses are confined to registered students of one institution, whereas the course that we are offering under NPTEL, anybody anywhere in the world or in the country can get access to the course. The only issue is when the numbers start becoming large, it is required to create some kind of additional support by way of teaching assistants. If there are some questions students are raising, and if there are plenty, then it will be difficult for faculty member to interact with large numbers. In that case, you have to create a required teaching assistant support, which NPTEL does. Now again, to summarize, the choice of delivery technology and type of instruction chosen will influence the instruction design, which will be the topic for the next unit. And in the next unit, we will try to understand the need for instruction design and the influence of its choice on developing the instruction material and learning material. That will be our next unit. Thank you very much.